Welcome. Today's video is very special. One thing, one book, one idea that has changed my life and in the way that I deal with people. I used to be like, oh my god, how do I deal with this person? It's impossible. To, oh, this is how I'm supposed to deal with this person. And a special giveaway is on your way. Do you have problems communicating with the people that you like, the people that you don't know, the people you want to know, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your boss, your co-worker, your colleagues, your friends, anyone? This simple method is going to really help you understand how to simply deal with people in the most effective way possible. This is human behavior and psychology, and this is the intellectual part of our channel. Please note that this is not a sponsored video. I hope it was. Now, how does this happen? This happens because of a tool, very simple way, in the way that you categorize people into 4 different colors. You're going to learn 3 things from this video. 1. What are the anger levels of these colors? 2. How do you deliver bad news to them? And 3. How do you communicate with them? How to identify a color based on the way that they write? How do I go about dealing with people? Finally, I got a solution. And a solution came from a book that was randomly gifted to me by one of the closest people that I have in my life. This book completely changed my professional and my personal life. I'm going to try to make your life very simple. Think of it this way. You categorize people into 4 colors. We have the reds, the yellows, the greens, and the blues. Now, what are they? Who are they? Red people are the ones who are dominant in nature. Have you ever met someone in your life who loves to take decisions, who will, in a state of confusion, will stand up and say, you know what? Follow my lead. I know what to do. That person is a red. Who are the yellows? Yellows are inspiring. You might have met people who love to be the center of the party, where the whole crowd is surrounding them because they talk so much. They make other people laugh. They love talking to people. They are outgoing. They love to interact. They're sort of an extrovert. They like validation. Those are yellows. Who are greens? If reds are someone who can make decisions, greens are someone who can take decisions. They are the most calm people. They are the people who would never engage in a fight. If you tell them the sky is green, they'll be like, the sky is green. Now, lastly, who are the blues? Blues are the analytical masters. They strategize. They are very detail-oriented people. They are very analytical in nature. They are the best organizers among the 4 colors. Now, here is something that you should really focus on. 80% of the population is driven by 2 colors. They have 2 colors that dominate their behavior. 5% of the population is driven by 1 color. And the rest of them are dominated by 3 colors.
Now, how is this going to be beneficial for you? What you simply have to do is try to recognize people based on their colors. Now, for some people it might be like, you know what, you can't categorize people like this into colors. It is very judgmental, etc. But everyone has some qualities that can be categorized. And if you find out those categories and simply categorize them in your head, you will be able to talk to them in a way that you dictate the conversation and you get the most of what you want. Note that this should be used in a very good way if possible.
I'm going to put up a chart in front of you that states the qualities of each color. Pause the video, take a screenshot if you want, because it will be helpful for you right now. Now I'm going to cover a very interesting topic. Let's look at the anger levels of all the 4 colors. Consider reds as a tequila glass. A tequila glass is something that fills up very quickly and it spills over, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. It doesn't ruin everything. Consider yellow like a pint glass. It takes up a little time to fill, and once it falls over, it takes a good amount of space and destroys a lot of things around it. Now consider green as a whole barrel. A barrel takes a lot of time to fill, and once the barrel bursts, it takes everything along with it. So for greens, you have to remember that they will not get angry so easily. They will keep storing little bit and they will not express and keep it inside themselves. And eventually when it bursts out, everything is gone. Blue is a barrel, but with a tap attached to it. Now, what does this mean? They don't let the barrel fill to the top, but they will keep taking out anger or their frustration or the irritation on the people around them because they don't want that barrel to fill. Okay, now is a very exciting part. Best part actually. How do you find out a color without meeting them? Simply the way they type. Let's take for example the way different colors type an email. Imagine that there's a meeting that has happened. Now a red person would ask for documents in capitals. I want the minutes of the meeting sent now. Imagine that in capitals hitting your mailbox. You know for sure that that person doesn't like to bullshit around. He would simply ask for the thing that's needed on the mail and get done with it. Let's come to yellow. Hey, we had such a fun time last night. It was such a good meeting. You were speaking a lot and all of it made sense. But you know what? Can you help me out a little bit with the documents, please? Because that would be really, really helpful for me in the long run. Do you see how that person started? From introducing themselves to talking about how the meeting was, how the other person spoke, and finally asking the documents. Green would be as simple as, hi, hope you're doing good. Can you please send me the documents if you have them? Because they do not like to disturb the other person. So greens would be a very simple way of communicating. Blue, on the other hand, very interesting, would go like, hello, the meeting that happened yesterday at 1:35 p.m. Can you send me the minutes of the meeting, minutes wise, on what and who spoke what, and also probably the other documents that were shared in the meeting along with the people who attended the meeting. Now, do you see the amount of information the blue person needs in order to organize his or her life? That's blue for you. Now we come to a very interesting point. Do you know how to deliver bad news to these people? Again, let's go quickly color-wise. If it's red, nothing matters other than your confidence. If you are going to a red person and you're trying to deliver bad news, facts and figures come later, but your confidence comes first. Because reds are someone who can dominate very easily. They will intimidate you. They will stand up. They will raise their volumes. They will be very, confident in what they're speaking, even if the information is not so great or not correct. So with reds, always remember that your confidence has to be 100 level. Now let's come to yellows. If you want to deliver bad news to yellows, make sure that you empathize with them. It has to start off with something nice that they've done, something better that they could have done, trying to say what you did wrong and what you could do better. You have to be calm, you have to be patient, because yellows are also people who get hurt a little easy. Now let's come to green, the most calm color. Now how do you deliver bad news to those people? The simplest way to deal with greens is to tell them what it is. Greens are also people who feel bad quite a lot, but they will try to avoid conflict. They will not tell you how they feel, but simply soak it in. You have to be really nice to them. You have to tell them why it happened, the way it happened, and just apologize in the most sincerest way possible, and greens will let go because they do not want a conflict between the two of you. Blues, on the other hand, if you want to deliver bad news to them, your confidence doesn't matter at all. All that matters to blues is facts and figures. If you have to tell a blue person that they have made a mistake, here's what your script of talking to that person might sound like. Hi, you made a mistake last Monday at 2:30 p.m. in a meeting by saying this. Now, because you said this, the chain of events that occurred after that were this, because of which the company had to go through a loss of this. Now, do you see that my confidence has no role to play here? I am literally going with a sheet of paper if I have to and tell them, you know what? These are the mistakes that you made. This is what the loss to the company was. This is what your mistakes did. You have to be that analytical with blue. Once you get these small nuances, you automatically understand the kind of people that you're dealing with. And that makes it very easy for you to just figure out how these people function. How do you talk to them? How do you listen to what they have to say? How do you not feel bad when someone talks like that? Because they are just like that. They are intuitive. Now we're going to come to the book, the author who did this. The book is called Surrounded by idiots. Put the link in the description below. The author is called Thomas Erickson, and no matter who I meet or any of my close friends, I make sure that I ask them to read this book. Now, a special giveaway as well, as I had promised to you guys at the end of this video. Actually, let's put it this way. I'm going to give this book to the comment that has the most likes. The comment has to be about which color are you. Thank you so much for joining. This is Rishabh Shah. Stay tuned for next videos and amazing content. Like and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to comment as well.